This week's Music Club takes me to a slightly different place. This week, I'm in the Holy Land, Richfield Avenue, aka Reading Festival. Red Camp. It's officially 4.5 weeks until I dragged myself here with my best friend and my little brother, set up home for a weekend of loud music and liver abuse. So we've come and set up camp, brought ourselves to film a special edition of Music Club. So without further ado, this is the top 4 bands I'm most excited to see at Reading Festival 2018 Sunday edition. Just sweet, easy. Loud British punk. This is without a doubt the best way to describe the sound of Slaves. The two Essex boys will undoubtedly be blowing the hangovers of festival goers on the Sunday this year. I first came across them with their epic Feed the Manta Ray. An unsung hero of the Slaves back catalogue. I think their success has been a big spearhead to the rise of punk music over the last few years and expanded my eye to what's out there. With 2 albums and some brand new singles on the horizon, Slaves are sure to put a hell of a show on. Expect to leave your dignity and your vocal cords in the mosh pits. They belong to the enemy tent now. A couple of years back, I heard these demos from this new artist called Isaac Gracie.
But I don't wanna be your boy, I wanna be your mom.
He had this amazing ability to make his records sound like they were recorded in the 70s. Singles like Last Words and Terrified were very Jeff Buckley inspired and was so popular with Beats One at its conception. In 2016, I was treated to his soothing sound in the Festival Republic tent on a Sunday morning, just as I needed some soul soothing. Isaac went away and found some band members and has recorded a full feature-length album with them. Those 2 songs have been given a bit of a facelift and now remind me way more of something like Radiohead's early work. Gracie will be bringing his new sound to the Festival Republic tent on the Sunday afternoon, just to get you in the mood for some Kings of Leon. I was just saying how in the last couple of years I've had multiple albums feature in my Album of the Year list. This time last year I was obsessed with albums like Idols, Arcade Fire, Formation, and whilst this year there have been some incredible songs and singles and EPs, there's only been one album worth shouting about, and that belongs to Shame. I first came across them with their record Dust on Trial, which reminded me a lot of early post-punk. As I delved deeper into their catalogue, I found an album that was so rich in smart lyrics and a sound that is fundamentally designed for this festival. Specifically the song One Rizzler. They could play that on repeat 10 times, they've got a hell of a festival slot in my opinion. If I'm honest, I would have preferred to have seen them in a tent environment. I think the Radio 1 stage would be perfect for them. However, I probably shouldn't have been so much of a chump and caught them in the Festival Republic's tent last year. My bad. Last, and by no means least, is a band that's been one of my favourites since before I came to this festival for the first time. Kings of Leon broke into the mainstream with their 4th album, Only by the Night, in 2009. The first 3 albums were absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do you ever go back and listen to them?
Yeah, Red Morning Light is one of my favourite songs.
So good.
Yeah.
Tape Gene Girl.
Tape Gene
Girl! Which featured open air and stadium bangers like Sex on Fire and Use Somebody. It was on this album that they actually played Reading Festival last time in 2009. Oh, 2009. In 2009, this show went down in history for the band.
I'm trying to hold back and not say anything negative, man, but I hope it warms up out here because we need it.
They stormed off stage, claiming that the audience wasn't singing back enough to them. The crowd ended up saying that the sound wasn't very good, and the festival ended up blaming that on the wind. I think it's mostly down to the fact that the band's struggling with the mainstream success of Only by the Night, and some of the partying that went with it.
18 hours sleep, well done.
That's incredible.
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of Xanax, a lot of wine.
I don't know, like I say, we just kind of woke up and got in the car and came here, so we're still waking up, but we have a lot of booze back there.
It's hard.
Since then, I managed to catch Kings of Leon at the fantastic Milton Keynes Bowl in 2014. They ended up playing a set that completely changed my opinion of them as a live band and wholeheartedly restored my faith in them, which makes me so hyped to see them close the festival this year. With such a massive back catalogue, which one of my favourites are going to be culled from the set list. As long as I get to make my best Caleb impression to Knocked Up, I'll be a happy bunny. As mentioned before, This is by no means a full representation of the bands that I'm excited to see this year, just my top 4. Other acts include The Vaccines, Diplo, Wilkinson, Let's Eat Grandma, A-trak, Get Kate Wear Kate Fly, Heinz and Hippocampus. Is there anyone in particular that you're excited to see this year? Comment below, I'm really intrigued to see. Are there any new bands that you think that are playing that I need to hear that haven't been mentioned in the above list? I've added some playlists below to get you in the mood for this year's festival. We'll be dragging ourselves here in 4 weeks. If anyone's in my spot, I'm going to be really upset with you. Let me know what you think and what you're excited to see. Enjoy the festival. I'll be back for some music club in the future. Sweet.
Come there.
Cut there.